quick chat with you two. We were speaking to Becca earlier about bringing in a heavyweight belt. Now you
that's
the
right.
First heavyweight. How do you feel about that?
To be honest with you, I think it's the only way forward. We need to now get weight divisions and belt divisions. I think Decker's, he's certainly an up-and-coming star, and I think he'll do very, very, very well in what he does.
Because like this is the 6th show now, and although some shows have had 2, 3 fights, you're still plugging away.
I don't believe in the word giving up.
Okay,
so I'll keep doing it until it's big. And it will be big.
Number 6, well, we spoke number 2 when we first met, which was October the 26th last year, so we're a year and a bit on. B-Bad's come a hell of a long way.
It's gone a hell of a long way, It's an up-and-coming fight company. And we will make BKB mainstream, and we will make it as safe as possible for fighters to get in there and show what they're made of.
Do you think, like promoters, like obviously we do a boxing show, which, you know, with gloves on, do you think people haven't got the guts quite yet to do what you've done?
A hell of a lot of men haven't got the guts, to be honest with you. That's why we get so many people pull out at the last minute. You know, it all takes over, the fear takes over, they don't want to have a fight.
Tell fighters, when they say to you they're going to fight, they're on Facebook for 2 months before the fight saying, how do you feel on the night? Because I know what it's like ourselves when they don't turn up.
It's horrible, it gives my fucking head in. It really pisses me off. You know, don't fucking say you're going to be there if you're not there. You know, don't want the excuses. Just don't say you're going to be there. I don't want to hear on the night that you're not coming. No. You know, it's bollocks.
And obviously we've gone from Leicester now, the Midlands, down to London, so we've brought the show south. It's been successful. Where's the next venue after this one, Andy?
Well, we're hoping to do a northern event. If we don't, we're hoping to get it like Newcastle way, you know, up north anyway. Otherwise it'll be in Leicester.
Just tell people as well, we was chatting earlier on about money and stuff. I mean, people probably think there's a lot of money in this, but you're struggling.
There's not. I mean, basically I'll break even on shows, but at the end of the day, I don't do it for the money. I do it to raise a bit of money for cancer research, and I do it because I love the sport and I want the sport to grow.
You're number 6 now. Nobody else has really started doing it. Obviously, it's been over. April was the first show last year. April. So we're at number 6. Nobody else is doing it. Do you think still people are worried about that? Like, you know, bare knuckle.
At the end of the day, you need a good pair of balls between your legs and just get along and do it. If you want to do it, I'm happy to use the B-Bad name. If someone wants to do their own show, they can use our rules. We've got them written down. We're self-sanctioned, and I'm happy for as many promoters as possible to start doing it. You know,
on a personal level, everybody knows about your legs, obviously, and it's been a lot. It's been hard for you the last year.
Very hard, very hard.
So how do you cope with being ill and still being able to promote these shows? It must be very, and running a pub as well.
I don't give a fuck. I'll just do it.
You still carry on, yeah?
I'm in pain standing there now, but I just fuck it.
Have we got a date for the next show?
Not an actual date, but it's going to be March time.
Okay, so anybody who's watching this interview, except the bullshitters who say they're going to fight.
If you bullshit, don't waste my time. Basically, I'm sick and tired of you.
To be fair, the platform you can give these fighters.
I will get you a fight if you're a genuine guy. If you really want to fight, I'll get you a fight.
Guys who fight on your show could get up to like 40,000 views, which is a hell of a lot for a fight.
Well, 360,000, 700,000, you know, it's easy,
Really, so what, last word from you, how do you feel tonight's gone?
I think it's been a shame that guys have let us down yet again in turning up for the fight. But at the end of the day, I think it's been a success. The fights have been good, and all we're doing is we're moving forward, and we're bringing good fights regularly to the public.
You must be happy tonight. The first heavyweight B-Bad fight, and that was awesome.
Yeah, it was brilliant, and it was a fantastic fight.
Just quickly to Peter, who's been a big B-Bad fan for a long time. How do you feel tonight?
I've been there since day one, and it's my first B-Bad event I've been to, and I've got to say it's been fantastic.
What do you think of Andy Topliffe? Because obviously he's done a lot. This promotion started from a group on Facebook, and it's now on B-Bad 6 in a year and a half. A lot of boxing promoters can't even put 6 shows on. So how do you feel Andy's done?
He's a legend, absolute legend. To put up with the rubbish he's had to put up with, people slating him and all that. At the end of the day, he's the only bloke who's actually come forward and done it all. And he's done it. And he's drawn a crowd like this. He doesn't, how can I say it? There's people who come on the group and slate him, slate his family, slate the fighters, slate the fans, and do you know what? The bloke done bites.
Do you think it's fair for me to say that whatever people have said, he never bites back on YouTube? Do you think to say he's a genuine man who's still aiming for that goal and not getting sucked into the YouTube?
The goal's been reached. The goal's been reached. There's more views on those fights than anyone else. He's got fans all over the country. He's done the business. He's proved he's done the business. He's got genuine fighters, but unfortunately, there's people who let him down. I personally think there's got to be a bond. The fighters, if they say he's going to fight, they've got to pay a bond. They've got to PayPal or do something, put the money up front. When they turn up, they get their money back. If not, you don't lose. Don't be a coward.
And what about, we've had a lot of talk from people abroad and stuff like that saying they want to do this and that, but do you think that it comes back down to the fact that you just got to put the shows on like you have people abroad, they want planes to come over and stuff, is it? I think like B-Bad Island, obviously.
I think the Irish are fighting lads anyway. If we can get some B-Bad events over in Ireland, we've got the American fighter coming over, Jason Young. When he comes over and fights, it'll be very good to watch him, and I'm sure it will help bare knuckle boxing majorly. With the Irish lads, it'd be very good to get the Irish. Here's one of them. Bloody trouble, but you know what I mean. He's a big spearhead, big figurehead for BKB. So you know.
It's not that I'm a big figurehead, right? But I follow BKB from the early days of Dan Rooney, Aidan McGinley, and it was 1990, and I moved on within the Fallon community from then. But what Andy is trying to do is bring it like what I've wanted to do, and what Andy is doing is bringing it out of all that community and bringing it into arenas. Let it be big arenas or small arenas. It doesn't really matter as long as it's been highlighted and the fighters have been shown. But one thing I've seen tonight, and I've only seen 2 fights, from B-Bad 1 to B-Bad 6, I've seen a great improvement in the fighters. I've seen a great improvement in the crowds, and I've seen a great improvement within the whole supporter community of BKB.
Yeah,
you know what I'm coming
at?
at?
Totally.
Now, one thing I will say is, you know, with fight nights like this, it takes a man to step into the ring. That'll be big, small, or different. It doesn't really matter, right? It takes a man with balls, heart, and fitness. But what I recommend that's happening in that ring tonight is, if people keep fighting for Andy or anyone else who's doing BKB, the next governor, Lenny McLean, the next Roy Shaw, the next whatever, all of them old fighters.
I think he could have shown his face tonight.
People that's recommended are people that has been talked about in legend and folklore of BKB and unlicensed boxers. Will come out, a new era will come, and a new fighter will come, and someone will be supreme in this arenas, in arenas like this. And you know what? I want to be part of it with Andy, and I know it will be, and I know I will be there to see the next real champion. And he's going to be, you know what? It may not be B-Bad 5, be 6, 7, or 8, but he's going to be there.
He'll appear.
He will appear, and people will say that is the man, like Lenny McLean, like Roy Shaw,
That's the old points of it. We're trying to get this sport back to where it was originally. Once we've got this sport back where it once was, then you'll get your heroes, you'll get your Superman, you'll get your Spider-Man in that ring, and that's what it is.
To a new level, Andy, though, because when we talk about Bartley Gorman and all them people, we've got no videos of their fights.
Bartley was the most. I'll tell you what, Bartley. I looked up to Bartley Major and Sam Gorman.
And Jerry.
No, I'm on about Sam Elder, not Jerry and Sam Jr. Bartley's brother Sam. Now, that man there, he showed me how to fight, right? He's the one who taught me everything I know how to fight. And he was the toughest, in fact. Sam Gorman was the man. He was the man. But the thing was with Sam, he's a family man.
But what I like about the BKB fighters of today like going back to the early 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Yeah.
And when I was doing in the 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah.
Okay, we trained, we done that, right? But the guys today are in top shape.
They're a different.
They're in top shape.
Yeah.
They're more athletic. They're more into it. So what I want to see for the future is men that want to be there, men that want to get into that ring, not just because it's a payday, but want to get in there because they want to be the next fucking governor.
Yeah.
Can I just
And the next
point out
governor's
also,
coming soon.
It's definitely coming soon.
coming, for example, from James, the mighty Quinn. He fought for family, he fought for pride, but he's always been one to say, correct me if I'm wrong, James, he didn't like it, and he always fought for pride and family, but he didn't want to fight for. He's always stated he didn't want to do that. And this part of B-Badge, it's not about grudges.
It's about sport now.
It's about sport.
People all
Fair men shaking
The one
hands.
thing what people don't realise
doing
is
it.
all of our fighters are professional people, and that's what we're trying to get through to people. We've got a solicitor, we've got a PE teacher, we've got a mechanic, there's a plumber.
You got all professionals.
Gas technician.
Exactly.
You know,
People said to me before, James, you've had so many
they don't
fights.
get paid, do they?
You've had so many fights and you've won so many fights. And
get paid.
I'm going to go back to what Andy is saying. You've had so many fights and you won so many fights. Why we saw this, why we saw that. And I said, I was never, not that I was ever any good. What I always said to people is, I was lucky. I just was a better man than the man I fought. Okay? Because regardless how people think how good you are, there is a new man coming in that ring. And he's coming soon.
Yeah.
It's like a second resurrection of Jesus Christ, right? That we're all due that. We all know he's coming, right? Right? But what I'm saying, there is a new champion, a new supreme champion coming in that program. Let it be B-Bad, let it be Quinn Promotions, let it be where it's coming. It's coming.
Not about grudges,
It
James,
is coming,
is it?
and thank God it's moved from the cobbles of the grudge matches, right, to a
Exactly.
fucking sport.
Exactly.
A sport, and,
That's
and,
Andy is
and will.
doing.
that's what I'm trying to do.
Fair
I'm
play,
trying to
mate.
make a sport. I'm trying to make a league. The one thing I'm knowing, which I know for a fact now, is that a league is coming, and it is coming. I'm going to have a heavyweight title belt. I'm going to have a middleweight title belt, and I'm going to have a lightweight title
It
belt.
needs to be. It needs to
It's
be.
basically
It needs to be
it's more
six,
attractive.
Andy, there needs
Hang
to
on
be
one minute.
6 weight champions.
It makes it more attractive. At the moment, I will start with me. I never run before I can jump, right? You know what I mean? I never jump for whatever it is. Bollocks. You know what I mean? I've had
One before you can walk.
yeah, I never
run
run
before
for
you walk.
You know what I mean, anyway. But what I mean is, at the end of the day, I'm not unrealistic. You know, I'm not going to start off over in America. I'm not going to start in Australia or wherever. We build it slowly, but what you've got to do is you've got to make the British people have a heart for it, and normal professional people go into that pit, fight hard, and that's where you get champion. A man who goes to work every single day.
It's not a gangster sport.
people don't
He goes to
understand,
work every single day. He trains a couple of hours a week, and he steps in and fights. That's what I love.
Just one last
What
thing.
people don't understand, one second, right? What people don't understand, right, is bare knuckle boxing. Let's go back a little bit in the history of it, right? People don't understand that the boxing of today, the square ring, the minutes, the rounds, the health and safety, all the issues, that all started from BKB.
Yeah.
BKB
All of it.
was the original form of gentry fighting. The last fight that ever happened in BKB, the last world title that ever happened, was in 1889, was against Jake Kilrain and John L. Sullivan, right? And from that was the very last fight. So people said, you know what we'll do? Let's introduce gloves. For the simple reason being, right, the fights are over too quick with bare knuckle, right? So let's introduce gloves and we'll make it
And they wanted
easier.
to monopolise
We'll
it.
make it easier
Make it
on the
monopolise,
fighters,
yeah.
but it's not easier because if you're wearing gloves, yeah, and you're getting pounded every second for 15 fucking rounds, you're going to get fucking brain damage, yeah, because it's pounding, it's prolonged damage. You look at all the fucking fighters that's died from being that's punch drunk.
It's
Okay?
scientifically
You show
proven,
me,
isn't it?
you show me, Peter, a bare knuckle fighter that's punch drunk. He's not.
No.
Do you know why? Because the fights don't last that long. Right?
Not just that, though.
Because
It's more superficial. It's superficial
damage.
wounds what they get.
You've got superficial damage. Okay, you got face smacks, you got hurt, right? You get knockouts. But at the end of the day, there is no fucking major damage. But if you go, you're in there. You're in there for 15 rounds, yeah. You're doing womp, womp, womp. Right? You're going to stand there. You're going to take them.
Please don't hit me
but
with my
try and
Quinn.
try and take punches like that from a bare knuckle boxer. You're not going to take them because the fight's over. So
You've got to be able to take pain. You can't take pain.
The original introduction of gloves was to prolong the fight for the crowds. Nothing to do with fucking safety.
And the gloves
Fellas, one last
throw more
question.
pounds.
Hang on.
They knock your brain about.
Question, I was asked by Decker earlier, who do I think is the best ever BKB fighter? I was asked...
I'll tell you.
It's hard one. Because it's different era. I'll tell you why it's
I
hard.
said Bartley Gorman, obviously.
No.
It's acceptable. You know what? It's acceptable.
Right, Barley,
Yes, it's
I believe Barley was definitely...
He's entitled to his opinion.
Nobody, of course he is, but what I'm saying is no one can say who the best man was. They're all different times.
Let's give him 3 people.
Do you know why?
You know
why?
That's it, yeah.
Right.
You can't say anybody.
Lenny McLean was a hero to a lot of people. Roy Shaw was a hero to a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
But you remember they were unlicensed gloves.
Yeah.
Right? Then you go back as far as Eddie McGinley, Dan Rooney, that brought the new era of bare knuckle boxing in. And I went on and on and on and on.
See, Dan
to where
Rooney-
I done it and moved forward after that again.
James, right now, when I was a young lad, I used to go down Sapkrit site, see Sam and all the rest of it. And to be fair, Dan Rooney back then, he was the one who I always looked up to.
Man, he was a hero. He was a fucking
He was a hero to everybody. Still is, really.
I'm sad for you.
Dan Rooney, to me, he's what made me want to fight.
A lot of the fights weren't
It was the first
recorded.
bare knuckle fight I ever
A
seen.
lot of the fights
Yeah.
weren't recorded.
When you were growing up, was it Dan Rooney for you or who?
I remember in 1990, I left the boxing club. I was doing bits and pieces of boxing. But I remember the fight between Dan Rooney and Eddie McGinley. That was the talk of the world. Looking at that DVD, at that time it was a video video. Looking at them fighting, it fueled every fucking kid.
Yeah.
Right?
And
It was like watching a Superman movie.
Yeah. It
Right?
was,
Everyone wanted to be Superman. Watching a John Wayne movie. Everyone wanted to go out there with fucking guns and shoot the Indians.
Yeah.
Right? Yes, everyone wanted to be Dan Rooney and everyone wanted to be the Eddie McGinley. Because they were two great men.
They were
right?
very big men.
So, that fight today is talked about.
Well-
Do you know why it's talked about? Because no one knows who really fucking won.
Now, a big fight.
was
I tell you
It
which
was a big
fight.
fight.
James, I tell you which was a big fight, and I watched it myself with Big John Taylor and Shane and Nicky and all the boys. And that was when Sam died. God rest his
God rest his
soul.
soul.
everybody.